Alright guys, here's the reverse num problem. This is a very common problem, especially if you're applying to a FAANG company or any company, any startup these days. You need to be able to be sharp, fast, and effective in problems like this. So I will dive in and do this. On the Nexa platform, you have an IDE that's built in for you to be able to do problems like this in practice so you land that role. And I will dive in right into this. Alright guys, so with this reverse integer problem, basically you're giving a signed 32-bit integer and you look at the bounds and you basically cannot, so basically if reversing it causes to go outside the bounds, then return 0. Assume the environment does not allow you to store 64-bit integers. So we can approach this in a very simple manner. So the first thing we can do is basically define it. So if is negative is you can assign it to x less than 0. It's basically setting the defaults, and basically then you can do basically if you set these defaults, then you can do a while loop of then basically you want a variable to store that. So reverse number, you can assign it to you can do basically, let me think 1 minute, so you can do times 10, and then yeah, so you have to do very specific logic here with regards to keeping the division proper when you reverse it, because you have to take into account for the sign as well as it being a factor of 10 when you reverse it. So alright, so reverse num is equal to reverse num. You could do something like times 10, sorry, times 10 plus, and then you could do something like do x mod 10 to take into account that the division. Then you obviously can take care of this by doing a double mod or a double division divided by 10. You can do if is negative Alright, so that is that. But we also have to take care of the range of the signed bit, so that I'll take care of that shortly. Alright, how do we take care of it if it's not in that range? So if reverse num is less than -2 to the 31, or is greater than 2 to the 31 minus 1, return 0 as mentioned in the instructions. Then you can also return reverse num. Alright, so we have sort of this function that reverses the integer, handles the check, and we'll see how we do. Guys, what's also cool is that you can ask Nexa for help anytime you're stuck in this problem. So I'll show you here. So say, am I on the right track here? In my code. Right. So basically, I can probably paste in code. All right, it's saying indentation errors. So let's see. Let's just make sure everything's indented properly. All right, guys. So there's some adjustments to be made, but overall it does pass the test cases. And basically, yeah, this is how you can practice and keep improving. And let's get those jobs.